Hey, it's Tom here. I am hooked up to my kidney machine right now, and I want to show you all what it is I do every day, 7 days a week, for 15 hours a day. That's 15 out of the 24 hours of your day are spent doing exactly what I'm going to show you right now. And this is why I hope and pray that people will become kidney donors for people like me that need a new kidney. I, by the way, am lucky enough to have several people that have offered to donate a kidney, and I have someone that's being tested right now as a potential donor. But anyway, I hope you watch this video. So this is the part where I have to wash my hands before I get hooked up. I have to wash my hands for about 2 minutes, which I've already been previously doing, with antibacterial soap, with warm soapy water. And then I can only dry them off with clean, fresh paper towels every time. No hand towels. And I shut the water off using the same paper towel, so I don't have to touch the faucet. This is my peritoneal dialysis machine. Basically, this is my kidneys. You see on the top there's a bag of fluid, 2 other bags here. This machine will pump this fluid into my body 5 times throughout the night. It'll dwell inside of me for about an hour and a half, and then it pumps it back out into a bucket, which is then disposed of. And that's the machine. I'm going to show you how it works now. You can see here, this is where the port goes into my peritoneal cavity in my abdomen. And this is my valve that I'm going to hook up to. First thing I'm going to do is sanitize my hands, again with hand sanitizer. You want to make sure when you're hooking up that the ceiling fans are off. You don't have any direct air blowing on you from air vents, so it'll blow dust possibly into your port. You want to make sure that all your pets are out of the room. No dogs, no cats, no birds, no snakes, no lizards, no nothing in your room when you're hooking up. Doors closed. I've got a clean, fresh towel on my lap, making sure my hands are very well sanitized. And now I'm going to be putting on my mask. Believe it or not, your naval cavity has all kinds of horrible diseases and infections hanging out in your nose, including MRSA. And you have to wear a mask. You can't sneeze or cough when you have your port open, or you can risk an infection. So now I'm all hooked up here, got my mask on. I'm going to now get my cleaner, and I'm going to clean my port. That's done using a sterile pad. And this bleachy cleaner. Pour some on the pad. Take one pad and I'm going to clean it. You really should clean this for up to a minute. By the way, I do this every single day of my life, without fail. You have to make sure you get this very clean. You don't want anything getting in here that can contaminate your abdomen. You can get a horrible infection. If you don't take care of the infection, a fungus will grow inside you. If you do have a fungus that actually grows inside you, you can no longer do this type of dialysis ever again in your life. And then you'd have to do a hemodialysis, which is a blood dialysis. By the way, the fluid that goes in me is a sugar-based water fluid, which my body will absorb for 13 hours. So it's like you're eating again for 13 hours straight, because your body absorbs the sugar water, and it's just like eating, which is why I've gained weight since I've been on this. And it's rather hard to lose the weight. Okay, now that I've done it again, I'm going to wrap this up in a gauze pad again, sterile pad with the cleaner on it. I'm going to re-sanitize my hands again. Here we go. This is it. I'm going to now hook up. What you don't want to do is you don't want to touch the tip when you take the cap off. You don't want to touch the tip of this with your fingers. You risk, once again, infection. You pull it off with one hand. Unscrew the cap with the other. Just drop it. Place one inside the other. Boom. Going to open the valve. I push the button on the machine. And now I've started. For the next 15 hours, well, I'm sorry, for the next 10 hours, I'm going to be no more than 20 feet from this machine. I'm hooked to it. I can't leave the machine for 10 hours. At the end of 10 hours, I do what they call as a final fill. I'll fill up again with fluid at the end of 10 hours, and then I can be off the machine. But I have to let it sit inside me for 3 hours and then drain it manually into a bag. So I really won't be done with this until about 9:30 tomorrow morning. And right now it's just before 8 o'clock at night. So by the time I tear the machine down, clean it, put it back together, reload it, get it all ready, this is a 15-hour-a-day process. I spend 15 hours a day on dialysis. This is why it's so important that people become living donors. There are thousands and thousands of people across this country that need a kidney transplant. Transplant is relatively an easy thing as far as surgeries go for the donor. It's all paid for by the donor's insurance. It costs by the patient's insurance, the recipient's insurance. It doesn't cost the donor anything. So really, if you people have any kind of a heart, sign up. Sign up to be a kidney donor. You only need one. You can live with one. It can really change a person's life. It can save a person's life. Please sign up to be a donor.